The Beyond Kayfabe podcast is brought to you in part by at Sally's Special Needs Sex Toys. Everybody needs that special lovin'. Their prices are so low that they're retarded. Right before we started recording tonight, it seems that AJ Styles is now back with TNA Impact Wrestling, so he could once again drown in the sea of mediocrity, known as the show.
Doing the same thing that he's done for the past 12 years.
No, stop it! We're talking about AJ Styles!
Live from Studio 1500 feet, you're listening to Beyond Kayfabe.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Beyond Kayfabe, the podcast that takes you between the ropes, behind the curtain, and everywhere and beyond in the world of pro wrestling. I'm Chrispy.
I'm Deebow.
I'm Bubs.
And the Dream Boys of professional wrestling are here.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, weren't we talking about that on the last show?
I think so.
No, I mean like after the show.
Yeah, it was our Beyond.
Yeah.
That's the Beyond part of it. Because people wonder.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
By the way.
Because I know that when Dave posts like the shows, he's always like the sexiest fans. And I mean, pro wrestling fans are in their own group. But I got to say, like, if we're not the top 5% of that group, then fuck it, right?
Right.
You know,
we're pretty damn dreamy. I mean,
I would have to agree.
I mean, just go on our website, go on our Twitters, and just look at how dreamy we actually are.
Yeah, I mean, it's not narcissistic. I mean, it's just fucking fact.
Yeah, I mean, every morning I have to put the Narcissist theme music on and look in the mirror.
Oh, is that what you do?
I have to, man.
Do you have the girls come out with the mirrors and then you just kind of flex, and then when you're done, like the fucking pyro shoots out from the back?
I did for a while, but it got expensive after a while.
Yeah, so
they made
now,
me pay triple for that.
Yeah, so now when he just wakes up, he gets the mirrors when he wakes up.
Yeah, I have my dog. I just have my dog stand next to me, so it's kind of the same thing. She's a bitch, so
yeah.
Come on,
that's the best part of waking up. Fuck Folgers, man. Just the mirrors and shit.
Your Folgers.
So. But anyways, so how's everybody doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Not bad.
Doing pretty good.
Since the last time we talked about a week ago, or a couple days ago.
A couple days ago, since last Thursday. Yeah. So, doing good, man. Doing real good.
Yeah, we really don't have a specific date or day that we record. We just kind of like our schedules are so conflicted. So I know it's like a couple days after the fact, but you know what? We did pass a pay-per-view. We did have a Raw, so there's definitely stuff to talk about. And with that being said, before we get into that, there really is no main topic for tonight's discussion. We're going to just do a free-for-all, if you will.
We're doing a tag team scramble here, guys.
That's right. Bringing back the scramble.
Oh, yeah.
I prefer like wrestling over easy myself, but I got voted outside in our little pre-show meeting. So
that's right.
But so like I said, just kind of a free-for-all. We'll just bring it up later. But let's talk about the pay-per-view, man. TLC on Sunday. I unfortunately had to work, so I didn't get a chance to really watch it. I caught parts of it when I got home, a lot of the replays, and, really with any pay-per-view, there's matches you want to see, and there's some where you're like, okay, I guess it's on, I'll watch it. But definitely want to talk about the three big ones. Of course, the main event, title versus title, Orton and Cena. Want to talk about CM Punk and The Shield, and, of course, the Wyatt family versus Daniel Bryan. So, you guys did watch it, though.
Yeah, we actually did. Well, unfortunately, due to our satellite provider, we were unable to watch the first 40 minutes of the pay-per-view because
cough, DirecTV cough.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
And we're grateful for that.
Yes, we are.
Or else we'd have to miss the first 40 minutes of our show.
Yeah, we'd be definitely on delay. We'd be censored.
Yeah.
Just a big mess of things.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a refund for missing the first 40 minutes of the pay-per-view.
And what was like the opening match and the second match?
Unfortunately, the opening match was The Shield versus CM Punk.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not fucking kidding you, dude.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's not a bad match to start with, but it really sucks now because you guys missed that match.
Yeah, we did. I was very disappointed. Like, Dave wasn't home at the time, and I was a little preoccupied before, so I was like, okay, I'll let it record, and then I'll go back and rewind it. And when I started up, nothing. So I went on one of our.
But you did get it in the replay, right?
No, you don't get the replay with DirecTV when you order it.
Are you fucking kidding?
I'm not fucking. I'm not fucking with you, man.
What they do is the recording goes till like 9 o'clock. So actually thinking about it, it may actually be at the end of the recording.
It's not.
It's not. You fast forward.
I fast forward it. It's not. Okay. It's just the ad for order TLC pay-per-view coming up next.
Now, this is the sort of thing I expect Dish to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Dish fucked me over, but fucking DirecTV, come on.
Yeah, DirecTV, they find little ways to fuck you here and there. Yeah. But anyway, Yeah.
They're the WWE of satellite providers.
They are. They really are.
Yep.
But anyway, we didn't get to see the match. I did read the report on one of the websites while I was watching the pay-per-view, and it went on for 13, 14 minutes, and
yeah, about that.
Yeah, and it seemed to live up to the hype, and Chrispy actually picked CM Punk to win this match.
As a matter of fact, I had an unofficial meet and greet down at TJ's in Placentia, and made some of my unofficial, unrelated, not beyond kayfabe picks, but I made some picks, and I picked Punk because, as any wrestling fan would know, it's actually fucking that's the way you're going to go, because you're going to set up the Shield's initial breakup.
Right.
So
yeah, and the match ended. Punk went to give Ambrose the GTS.
Yeah.
And then
Ambrose got out of it, and Reigns was gonna come up and spear Punk, but Punk sidestepped Reigns, and he ended up spearing Ambrose.
Now, I didn't see the match, but I did see that. I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the day, before like a Raw or a Nitro, they would show you the match in pictures.
Yeah.
And they would have the audio playing to kind of give you that surreal vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I did catch that, and I know that Reigns got injured, right? Like, he was kind of selling an injury that he got. Did you guys?
We didn't
because
see
that's
it, so
supposedly like he couldn't see, so that's why he speared. Who was it? It was Ambrose. Yeah. So
well, I saw on Raw because I didn't know what was going on, but Reigns had this huge black eye.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't know if it was legit or if.
That might have been the injury that I was just talking about, because
Okay.
it just showed like a bunch of pictures of him with like a WWE doctor, and he was kind of grabbing his eye. And I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, not necessarily the clean finish, because you can always debate it, but that's, the reason, and I'm doing the quotation things in the air here, that he sort of not botched, but he missed Punk in that spear.
Yeah. So, we didn't get to see it. Glad to see Punk pull it out.
Yeah.
It's obviously going to a Shield breakup eventually down the road.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could have missed the match, but the thing I'm most disappointed about is the fact that we missed the Divas match on the recording.
We did miss the epic Divas match with AJ Lee and Natalya.
Yeah, so disappointed.
Now, what I heard from an unnamed source is that she, and I'm talking about Natalya, was supposed to win, but they changed it at the last second.
Yeah, well, there was the whole controversy over the last few days with AJ Lee and NBC sports reporter Michelle Beadle. Apparently there was a little conversation with CM Punk and Michelle Beadle, who have been friends for a very long time. They go back and forth on Twitter, and Michelle Beadle approached Punk, as she usually does, and she's like, "Hey, fuckface." And apparently word got around, and AJ Lee was pretty furious about the way that Michelle Beadle was supposedly talking to CM Punk, so she confronted it.
Because she said fuckface?
Yeah, because
she pretty much lived up to her gimmick.
Yeah, crazy bitch.
Now, was this happening during the whole tribute to the Troop show? Because I heard something about that.
Yeah, it was. It was actually backstage
at
Triple T. So
yeah,
you like that Triple T?
Like that.
That's what's up, man.
Classy.
Yeah, so they made this whole big. There's the WWE's trying to sweep it under the rug, and Michelle Beadle actually came out and acknowledged what happened, but it was no big deal. But it was just AJ Lee being crazy, as she does portray herself on TV. And there was stuff going around that it was scripted, that she was supposed to lose, but it's all speculation. But you know what? Who really gives a fuck? It's a Divas match.
Exactly.
So
I will say this, though, and this might be my personal opinion, but I kind of was digging Natalya's tights.
Oh, yeah.
Because at certain angles, it looked like that, she really didn't leave much to the imagination.
No, she didn't.
So
yeah, and I honestly think Natty is probably the most attractive out of all the divas. That's just my opinion.
I got to tell you, I don't know, man. I mean, she's up there, but I don't think the most attractive. I mean, that's a debatable topic.
Yeah,
well, I mean, at least me personally, all around, she is probably the most attractive. Because she doesn't have that 12-year-old body that AJ does,
and she can wrestle,
that's the best part,
right?
She can fucking work, and work with the best.
Okay,
of them.
well, if you go with attractiveness, and fine, but I mean, what about just someone that you really want to just rail, like run trains on their caboose. I got to give it to Oksana, man.
Bull Nakano.
Fuck, man. Do you see those pictures on the website?
I don't. I'm
no.
not.
No,
Too much
really?
plastic surgery.
Yeah, she's just nah. She's
man.
She's too trashy for me.
Yeah.
Even compared to the other divas.
Even compared to the other divas, she's too trashy.
Even compared to the divas that were in WWE in 2000.
Well, but
which were all pretty trashy looking.
Wait a minute. If we're, if you're comparing that, it's a different story. I would run trains on her, of course.
Like choo-choo trains?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Call me Casey Jones. I'm running trains on that caboose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, definitely her, man.
Right.
But
yeah. So we missed that match.
Yeah.
But we actually got our feedback, and it was during the 4-team tag team match with Ryback, Curtis Axel,
Real Americans,
Big Show, and Rey Mysterio, and the Rhodes.
Yeah.
Which was a phenomenal match.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was very entertaining, especially after Axel and Ryback were eliminated.
Oh, yeah.
Were they the first eliminated?
They were the first eliminated.
That's a good call.
Yeah, they were just kind of in there, just like taking up space, really not contributing too much to the match.
Yeah.
But the other 3 teams, they really brought their games up, and they really had an extraordinary match.
Yeah, I'll give them this. Like, they gave the Real Americans a lot of offense.
They really did.
I mean, they kind of both got eliminated by the Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
They both got knocked out, but I mean, they made them look strong.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was just like a regular tag match, you would have been convinced that they were the strongest tag team, that they were going to win.
And they were. I mean, they served their purpose, and they really carried that match, because when they got eliminated, it was the 2 face teams, and they were doing the face things. Like Goldust was really out of it and laying on the outside of the ring, and Big Show let him stand up and gain his bearings, and so he could continue on in the match. But even with the 2 face teams going head to head, they actually really did. They finished strong, great finish to the match, and the Rhodes came back on top and defended their titles successfully.
And they had another great match the following night on Raw.
Oh, yeah.
Big Show, Mysterio, and
I'll say this, I give Rey
guy.
Mysterio a lot of shit, especially like as of the past couple of years, because he can't step 2 feet without hurting his knee or tearing something.
Yeah.
But the last 2 matches that I've seen him in, it's not, WCW Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah, that's a thing of the past.
Yeah.
But he's moving a lot better. You can tell he's in a lot better shape. I mean, his work has been a lot better.
Well, it's because Triple H, gave him the time to heal, and I mean, pretty much without saying like, "Hey, this is your, probably your last real run."
Yeah.
Take the time, heal yourself. If you're going to come back 100%. And I mean, so far it looks pretty good. I mean, I'd love that like sliding splash that he did.
Yeah.
On Goldust on Monday night, man.
Which is actually funny, because we were actually joking about that with the previous pay-per-view when he was thrown out of the ring, and he kind of did the same thing, but he hit the mat rather than the wrestler. So
well, you don't want to be repetitive, right? You got to switch it up. So.
Right.
But again, great match, and I mean, Big Show and Mysterio, non-title, so they took the win on that one, and
right.
that sort of mutual respect. Could have very easily that have been the moment where you could have planted the seed of separation for Rhodes and Goldust.
Not yet. I think it's still a little bit too soon.
I actually thought they were going to, because it's when you get 2 face teams in there, it's it's kind of hard to let the crowd pick between them.
Right. Well,
and both teams are playing up to the crowd, which kind of disappointed me.
Right.
But I thought that they were gonna, with the way Goldust was kind of out of it in the in the match at TLC. I thought with them losing, and I think eventually that's what it'll be.
Right. And I was actually just gonna touch on that. I mean, even on Raw a little bit, they had like Goldust kind of laying in the background, really not contributing what he's supposed to the team. So I could kind of see like Cody doing his little switch and getting tired of having to carry this tag team.
Yeah.
Having to like trailer this old man around, and
so you think that's how it's going to go?
I'm really thinking that's how it's going to go. Touching back on the first episode of the podcast when I actually mentioned that I think Cody Rhodes will turn heel.
Yeah.
Or actually, you guys, it was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really more of like what we think is going to happen
Right.
versus what we'd like to see.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's true. But it's looking like Cody might be turning heel in this one.
Yeah.
So
I mean, after that match, I mean, it's kind of hard not to agree with you, because I can see that. I could see where you can do the whole Goldust, you're older. Maybe you should, you've kind of worn out your welcome. You're like,
Right.
You can't hack it. This is a young man's game, if you will. But I don't know, man. I mean, anything's possible. I just, now is a good time in December to start planning the Royal Rumble seats. The
There we
Rumble
go.
turns into the Chamber. Chamber, of course, sets up WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So
Funny enough, how you mentioned it was like a young man's game. What I noticed on Raw was when Goldust would get in, he was moving quick and he was working with Big Show at first.
oh yeah,
And he actually had to slow
slowed
himself
down.
He had to slow himself down on purpose to work with the Big Show.
Right.
Which I thought was fucking amazing. I mean, considering that what he looked like, how Goldust was in TNA, and
hmm
Well,
just all the problems he's had over the past decade.
I
Right.
actually
So
saw and met Goldust July of this year at Frankensons in Industry,
Oh, really?
and he looked terrible.
Yeah.
Not like out of shape, like fat or anything. He just looked like really bad.
Just worn out,
Just
tired.
worn out, sinister, and everything. And he was wearing the face paint with like a black T-shirt and his jeans. And it was so crazy because we were talking about how he wanted to do this match, I guess his last match, if you will,
Mhm.
with his brother. And he wanted to do it at WrestleMania. And we joked about like the Hollywood Backlot Brawl 2 and
That'd be great.
bring out the old gold Cadillac from retirement and run his ass over there.
Show the O.J. Simpson stock footage from the chase
Just
again.
driving down Bourbon Street,
Oh, perfect.
And I remember saying to him, like, yeah, that would be awesome. He's like, have you had any calls? And he's like, nah, I'm just kind of doing my thing. And then literally fucking, weeks, a month later, he's fucking back on TV and shit. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Good call, Chrispy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think your influence on that is showing pretty well right now.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Another thing that I think is funny is that every time Goldust wrestle now, the crowd chants, "You still got it,"
Right. It's like
you still. And I'm sitting here watching this. I'm like, did you not watch him in ECW when he worked with Sheamus?
Yeah, seriously, he had a great run
Yeah,
in ECW.
Yeah.
He was great. I mean, not at this level because he was still kind of losing weight and still trying to get his bearings back. But he was fucking great in ECW.
hmm
So it's like, why are you still chanting? You still got it at him. We all know he still got it.
I think that's kind of the not like the hardcore fans, but the average weekend fan kind of thinking like, well, we
Right.
haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he hasn't done anything, which is sort of true. But you don't know.
And it's something that the fans do just in general, like Crispy was just saying. A lot of the weekend fans, they'll see like these older guys come in like Goldust or Ricky Steamboat or Mick Foley, and they'll go out there and they'll have a pretty damn good match, and of course they're going to do the "you still got it" thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
when a guy's been working full time though, and you're still chanting, "You still got it" at him, it's like, is that really necessary?
Yeah.
It's really a little too much. But I will say that his first match back versus the last time we saw him, I mean, it was night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually amazed, like, because he really brought it.
He did.
He took it to Orton. Believe it or not, Goldust took it to Orton.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like the whole it's just the cheap way out. It's,
Yeah.
it's the easy thing to do. Much like fucking Cena piggybacking off of Daniel Bryan. It's the easy thing to do. So I'm just kind of thinking WWE the last couple of years, they haven't really been stretching, trying to be creative with their whole heat.
No, they have a very formulated
They have a formula.
way of doing things now.
Oh,
and
fancy there.
thank you, so
Yeah.
thanks, Dave, for picking me up there.
Yeah.
But they have a very formulated way of doing things, and of course, the WWE is going to take the easy way out. I mean, they're really the only show going, so they don't have any competition to really deal with.
Yeah.
So they're just going to put whatever the fuck they want out there, and we have to deal with it. So
Now here's the problem: is that right now it can go either way.
Yeah.
But they're pretty much on track to go down the road to get to WrestleMania to have the matches we want to see.
right.
Let's go back really quick here to the whole CM Punk Shield.
Okay.
And, we had talked about the Shield. The time is now to kind of break them apart.
Right.
They've had a good run. Rather, kind of fade out than burn. What is it? What's the old saying? Rather, fade away or burn out than fade away. Right? Is that how it goes?
I guess.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, they had a good, year and a half? How long have they been around?
It's been about a little bit over a year.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it hasn't gotten boring. It hasn't felt like, I mean, the 3-on-1 matches, yes, of course.
Yes.
I mean, beating the dead horse, as we talked about. But the Shield has still been hot, so why not? And that seems to be a thing in wrestling. When the team is the hottest, that's when they break them up.
Right.
You go back to the Hollywood Blondes. You go back to, maybe the Hardys, if you will, in a sense. But they
Right.
kind of brought
Edge
them
and
back.
Christian.
Edge and Christian. So, and you got 3 guys, that are on this fucking surface great talent. Obviously,
Right.
Ambrose kind of shines a little brighter because of
Right.
his promo skills.
Right.
Reigns is kind of like the enforcer. He's
The
the big
muscle.
guy. Exactly. You think of like Evolution, right?
Yes.
So you got, obviously, Reigns is like Batista, and you got Ambrose, which is kind of like a combination of
Orton and
No, like
Triple H and
Ric
Flair. And then
Okay.
you got
Yeah.
Rollins, who's kind of like, Randy Orton.
right.
Yeah.
So, you kind of, now's the time where you start kind of, okay, because the Rumble is like the easiest.
Mhm.
And like you just said, WWE is going to take the easy way out.
Yep.
It's the easiest way to break them apart. Now, we talked about this before I went on the show. 1994, when Bret Hart started feuding with Owen Hart, that sort of breakup started at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Where Owen was the only Hart eliminated.
Right.
And they kind of had their kind of falling out with them. They got back together. Everything was cool. They were winning some matches on fucking Superstars.
Mhm.
And then we get to the Rumble, the match with the Quebecers. They lost. Owen just took his
Quebecers.
frustration out on Bret.
And he kicked his leg out of his leg.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
because he's so damn selfish.
So, and the Rumble is just the best place to do it. So, because, let me ask you, Bubs, just personally, you don't have to worry about the show and anything like that, but don't you want to see the Shield in a sort of like triple threat match or any variation of them fighting at WrestleMania?
Oh, I would love to see Ambrose and Rollins go at it for a little bit. I can care less about Reigns. Reigns, he's kind of in that Batista thing where he's just the muscle.
Yeah.
He's another big guy, big strong guy that'll
Yeah.
go out there and do his slams and yell and scream.
And a
look
hell of a fucking spear. Let me
hell of a
just throw
spear.
that
His
out.
spear has gotten so much better over the last year.
Yeah.
And it just continually gets better. But no, I would really love to see Ambrose and Rollins really go at it.
Yeah.
But I think if they do a Shield breakup, more than likely the best thing to do is either a triple threat or they're going to kind of do like what happened with the Nation of Domination with The Rock and Farouk.
Yeah.
They'll have Ambrose and Reigns really kind of clash
Yeah.
heads, and then that's what will stem the breakup.
Do you kind of
Yeah.
feel like right now that the fans kind of realize that Ambrose is the light, if you will?
Sadly for me, I think they.
And of course, we're talking about the hardcore fans. people
Yeah,
that know
well,
wrestling, yeah.
the hardcore fans, of
Yeah.
course, but the casual fans, they see Roman Reigns doing his spear and that cool, like he acts all cool.
Tries to act like Diesel.
Yeah, and
He does the Samoan growl.
Yeah.
yeah,
there you
and
go.
so
James Owens.
to the casual fans, he's the shining star of the Shield,
Yeah.
which is sad, but it's true.
It's the WWE formula.
yeah, and
So there's your face.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's your face.
and the problem I see with that is, Ambrose, who is such a good heel.
Oh, God.
If you've watched him on the Indies or in FCW, he was never really on NXT, so you have to say FCW.
Yeah.
He's such a good heel, and then you got Reigns, who's going to be the golden boy face.
Yep.
Yep.
And then you got Rollins. What's Rollins' role?
Right.
He's just going to get swept under the rug. He's
He's going to be like another like Tyson Kidd.
Yeah, he's going.
He's going to be the Justin Gabriel of the Nexus.
There
He's
you
gonna-
go.
Exactly.
He's going to be on main event, is what he's going to be.
The Core Part 2.
He's going to be wrestling Kofi on the pre-show.
Yeah, well, or he'll get, yeah. Or he'll get sacked in with another tag team with maybe like a Tyson Kidd.
They could always just sign Jimmy Jacobs and bring back the Age of the Fall.
Oh, that'd be
That'd
great.
be beautiful.
Yeah, why the fuck not, right?
Because Jimmy Jacobs is only 5'2".
Yeah, the zombie princess himself.
Yeah.
So they'll stick him somewhere. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm with you, Bubs. I would rather see Ambrose and Seth fight at
Mhm.
WrestleMania because they've had some great matches.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they've had
some fucking phenomenal
the
matches.
the FCW 15 matches were fucking phenomenal.
yeah.
So
Yeah. And sticking with stables, and let's go back to the TLC pay-per-view.
Absolutely.
We also had Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatt family.
the other
Yeah.
3-on-1
The
match.
other 3-on-1 match, which, I had my reservations about it going into the pay-per-view because I really don't like 3-on-1 handicap matches. But then again, I'm thinking it's Daniel Bryan.
yeah,
He's going to put on a great show. And dude,
Did
he-
Yeah.
put on a fucking performance for the ages.
yeah,
It was such a great match. And the best part about this match was Bray Wyatt was sitting on the outside of the ring in his rocking chair for about the first 7 minutes.
yeah,
And he had fucking the other two
Harper
members,
and
Harper and
Rowan,
yeah, he
Yeah.
had him, them keep tagging in, beating
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan in. But when Bray Wyatt finally came in the match,
When it was his time.
Bryan is down and out, and Wyatt gets in the ring and starts cutting a like cinematic promo.
Yeah, and he came in and he was yelling at Bryan, and they had all these cool little camera angles, and it was just a really surreal thing to see.
Yeah,
because you don't really see wrestling matches that are shot that way.
Right.
It was like something out of like a show on HBO or something like that.
Right. And the way Wyatt came in is he started off saying, "Just join us, Daniel. This is your last opportunity."
Yeah.
He's like, "I can make this all go away. I could end the pain now. Just join us."
I really thought you were going to get all epic like the way he does it in the promos.
Dude, I can't even touch that. I mean, if
I'm the Eater of Worlds.
If you followed us before we started recording with the "We're Hungry" promo that I did,
fucking classic.
If not, just go to Beyond Kayfabe Facebook page. It's still on there.
Hopefully,
it should still be on there.
Yeah, I think it's one of the first posts that we did.
Right.
Yeah.
But reaches his hand down. Bryan smacks it away.
Yeah.
And then Wyatt just puts a fucking beat down on him.
Yeah.
And he did the one thing that I love that he just recently started doing. He did it on Raw.
Yeah.
He did his little arch thing where he bends all the way back and he puts his hands on the mat and he starts walking like a spider.
Oh, fuck.
It's fucking creepy. And even the fans started chanting, "This is creepy."
Yeah.
And while he's walking over there, he's still talking shit.
Yeah.
And it was just well done, man.
Yeah.
And, you don't expect anything less from Bray Wyatt. I mean,
yeah.
like Dave always says, maybe on the wrestling side, but when it comes to the performance and the promos, you're not going to come close to even touching anything that he does.
He is one of the hottest things going
He's
right
that
now.
damn good at
Well,
it.
here's my thing is, again, like you said, he's not the strongest in-ring wise. And I like the way that they brought him into the ring because they know he's not a good worker.
Right.
So they're trying to make whenever he wrestles like a special moment.
Right.
Which I think is good.
So,
and for as far as the skill, like he's not bad. He's really not as bad as we're saying he is.
Yeah.
He's very impactful.
Yeah.
When he does that, when he Irish whips someone in the ropes and he backs in and he does that like fucking body cross or whatever, it looks like it fucking hurts, man.
Well, you have to remember he is the tank with the Ferrari engine.
Oh yeah, throw back to Husky Harris there, folks.
There it is. But I mean, what you're saying, if I understand correctly, is that because his promo skills are so above par that they kind of allow his wrestling skills that aren't bad,
right?
Yeah,
but they kind of allow it to be. It gives him room to improve.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're not going to get that. Like I said, I like the fact that he kind of sits out there and he chooses his matches, but we really need to start seeing him more in the ring.
Right.
I'm sure in the live events he's out there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's out there wrestling and getting things, but you're not going to get there unless you practice.
Right. Yeah. Well, another thing why I think they kind of hold off letting him go in the ring is because he is actually kind of injury prone.
Yeah, I was just about to touch on that.
He a couple
I did touch myself.
I really wish you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'll wait till you guys leave.
Yeah, a couple months back he was wrestling. I think it was in a 6-man match. And I don't know if he got knocked off the rope or maybe, I don't know what was going on, but he pretty much hurt his ankle.
Right.
Or his knee or something.
Yeah.
And like the next night on Raw, he didn't even stand up. What he did is how they brought him out to the ring, the lights went out. And then when he got back in the ring, he was on his knees.
Right.
And then, like after
they carried him out like they used to carry King Mabel.
Funny enough, that's what they did.
Yeah,
they didn't show it, but after the lights went out, the crowd Harper and Rowan carried him back to the back. So
well, even if they had wheeled his ass out on a wheelchair, it still would have been creepy with the whole lantern and the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it still would have been. It would have worked.
Yeah, they should have brought him out on like a motorized wheelchair. That would have been pretty sweet.
I mean, not since The Undertaker has a character really allowed WWE to get real creative with the scenery and everything.
Yeah, and thank God. And I don't want to say this because I don't want to jinx it, but they haven't dropped the ball yet.
Not yet. They got close after the Kane feud, but they haven't dropped it. They picked it right up.
Yeah.
So good job, WWE.
Which you're allowed to have those little tiny moments, of course, but. You want to be, full steam ahead,
Right.
So.
Yeah, well, back to the match. Like I said, Daniel Bryan had his comeback.
Yeah.
And, he hit his moves. He hit the headbutt and all that. Well,
he did his spots.
He did his spots.
Well, they kept doing those build up, or he would start coming back, and he would start hitting spots, and then he would get knocked right back down again.
Right.
And then the next one would be a little bit longer.
Right.
And then he'd get knocked down again.
Right.
And then he'd have his final one, and then Bray Wyatt finally got sick of everything, and then Bray Wyatt was able to.
Let's go back to that though. Like Daniel Bryan's last comeback, he I can't remember what move he did on Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
But as that was going on, he hit the ropes and did a suicide dive out to the ring to Luke Harper.
Yeah.
And then gets back in the ring where Bray Wyatt is there and tries to hit another spot, or he tries to go down in the yes lock.
Yeah.
Then when he comes back up, Wyatt grabs him in Sister Abigail, gives him a kiss on the forehead, boom, ends the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wyatt successful over Daniel Bryan in the 3-on-1 match,
Which is, I call that as well.
which Chrispy called it.
And here's my question, which I think is a great question to kind of wrap up this part of the discussion. Where does the feud go from here?
That's a good question.
Because
I mean, from what I saw on Raw, like they had a promo where Bray mentioned
Daniel Bryan,
but I don't know. From what I saw on Raw, it kind of seems like they're going to do a triple threat match at the Royal Rumble with Bryan, Cena, and Orton.
Mm-hmm.
But, I personally don't know where it's going to go, at least what Wyatt's going to do.
Because it looks like it's coming to an end, which is classic McMahon against Bryan. They just seem to, by the way, brought to you by our Triple H brand shovels for when you need to bury something or somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's a pretty hot feud. Fans can get behind that. And it just seems like this is your last chance. It's like, well, maybe you're not cut out to be a Wyatt, even though you fucking look like one.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they're just, which I don't know if it's good or bad, depending on what the next feud with Bryan is. But for right now, it's like you can kind of stretch it out to the Rumble.
Right. And like Dave was...
well, luckily they have 3 more Raws until
the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Well, no, they have a lot more than that. They have like 7.
Yeah.
Raws. So, I mean, if they wanted to stretch out the what... Yeah.
No, it's next week, and then...
It's
January 26th.
Yeah,
the
Royal Rumble's on the 26th. So I think it's like 5... Like
it's
5,
probably closer to 5 than it is 7.
It's like 5 to 7 Raws.
And you're just counting Raw, right? You're not counting SmackDown.
No, because SmackDown doesn't matter.
So we'll say 5.
You've heard it here first on Beyond Kayfabe.
Yeah. I mean, storyline-wise, SmackDown hasn't mattered in about 6 years.
Yeah. And like Dave was saying, like with the end of Raw, we'll touch on that in a minute, but I'm going to end the TLC discussion with the main event, the one thing that we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Everyone's
title
been
versus
talking
title.
about it,
They finally settled a name on the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. John Cena versus Randy Orton in a TLC match for the title.
And I was kind of bummed because I thought that other gold belt would have been a great name. Like the other gold belt.
Oh, yeah. The belt that we're going to get rid of in like 6 years because we're going to do another brand separation.
Exactly, man.
But, the match actually wasn't as bad as we thought. I mean, it was just another average Randy Orton, John Cena match. They hit their little high spots, but...
It was textbook for Randy Orton.
Very textbook.
They did the Randy Orton handcuff, spot that in every Randy Orton hardcore match. There's always that spot.
Yeah, and like I said, average match for the both of them. Wasn't nothing too exciting. The high spots that they hit really weren't that high or great. It was
it was an okay. It was I mean, compared to all ladder matches, it doesn't compare to any of the ones from the Attitude Era.
Right.
Oh, absolutely not.
But for a PG ladder match,
it served its purpose.
Yeah, it was okay. It was good.
Do you think that
maybe like a 6 out of 10?
Do you think the match?
I'd say even less than that.
Do you think the match failed to live up to the hype?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I thought it met the hype because really the only good hype that went into that match was the Raw, the go home show.
Right, but the big gold belt was there presented. I thought it was like carried off into the rafters, never to be seen again.
Right.
And there it was, just fucking chilling.
Yeah.
Though I think it's funny that Randy Orton is like so against carrying both titles on each shoulder. So on Raw, he kept wearing
both belts on
the same shoulder,
which I think was a McMahon move. Covering again, we buried WCW.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, well, why do they keep the belt? Again, we were talking about it on the last show.
Yeah.
That okay, it's gone. Great. It's about time. They fucking 11 years, however it was, too long.
Yeah.
So, but it's still there. It's hanging around, man. It's like. like a fucking turd that won't flush.
Right.
You know, what do we have to do? Like throw it out into the fucking river like they've done the IC title and everything else?
Multiple times with the IC title.
Multiple times, you know?
Somehow that fucker keeps showing up, man.
Yeah.
It's like the Jason Voorhees of the championship belts.
Yeah.
You think it's gone, but it's back.
So, but yeah, so I guess, you know, pretty, I'm going to say it's kind of for the so-called special match that it was, the TLC, kind of mediocre.
Yeah, kind of mediocre.
You know?
I was surprised that they actually had a very clean ending. You know, they didn't have any kind of bullshit with Orton and Cena. I mean, yeah, they did with the exception of the handcuff things.
Yeah.
But
which is kind of a gray area if that's a clean finish or not.
Right.
But,
well, it's a TLC match, man. It's,
Yeah.
You know, it's under hardcore rules. There's
but
no
it was
rules
like,
in
remember
hardcore
when
matches.
Randy Orton, John Cena like duct taped fucking Dave Bautista's legs?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of fucked up, but it was clever. It was genius.
Yeah, it was
you
funny.
know? So, but that match, I mean, when you have a specialty match, cage, TLC, street fight, it's because of that factor that's supposed to bring the match up to a certain level.
Right.
But Monday night, Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan had a match. It wasn't a cage. It wasn't a street fight. It was just
No
a one-on-one
gimmicks.
non-title match, and a fucking world of difference, night and fucking day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So the question that I want to throw out really quick is, had it been Bryan in that TLC main event, would we be saying different things about the match?
I definitely would be saying a lot different things about the match, because I think having a guy like a Daniel Bryan in that type of atmosphere, in that type of match, just builds excitement, because you know he's going to go out there and he's going to do something that someone like Cena who can't do. He'll climb up to the top of the ladder and do his headbutt and hit like these massive spots that the other two can't.
Right.
Yeah.
And it would have made the match head and shoulders above what we had presented to us on Sunday night.
Yeah.
But, you know, once again, WWE, they're going to pick whoever they want, and they're not going to put Daniel Bryan in a championship match.
Which I also called Orton
winning.
Exactly, because, you know, I guess you're going to push the heel run on him. I don't know I obviously was told that he's going to have the belt going into the new year. What the plans are different. I mean, you know, WWE is notorious for last minute changes,
Right.
especially about WrestleMania. So I don't know what's going to happen, but are we kind of sort of pushing away from the possibility of a fucking Punk and Bryan title match at WrestleMania? Or is it one of those things where they want us to go out and then they're going to fucking all of a sudden, boom, bring us back in?
I think I think they're completely steering away from it.
Yeah.
You know, I think with a lot of the stuff that happened on Raw with like Punk with Shawn Michaels coming out.
Yeah, which I wanted to bring up, yes.
I think we're going to lean more towards maybe a Triple H CM Punk match at WrestleMania with maybe Michaels as an enforcer or special referee.
Yeah. Well,
I think maybe the stuff with Daniel Bryan, I think that can carry over to him in the main event at WrestleMania versus Randy Orton.
You're saying that Bryan might win the Rumble.
I think
that's how you set it up.
I'm thinking Bryan might win the Rumble.
Yeah.
But as far as having a CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan World Heavyweight Championship match,
it's not looking
good.
Which is a fucking shame.
Goddamn shame.
At the end of Raw, you saw that John Cena came out to save Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
So if they don't do the triple threat at the Royal Rumble, I could see them doing another John Cena Randy Orton match for the title.
I hope not.
And
it's Rumble bound. I hate to say it, but it's Rumble bound.
Yeah, but what I'm afraid of is that which I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to see Daniel Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania. I don't care who he faces.
Right.
Whether it's Triple H, John Cena, or Randy Orton.
Right.
Or CM Punk, but it's probably not going to be CM Punk.
Probably not.
But if they don't do the triple threat at Royal Rumble, I think they're going to do the triple threat at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
With Orton, Cena, and Bryan. And hopefully Bryan goes over.
Here's what I think. And again, my opinion can change tomorrow, week after, whatever. You have the match at Royal Rumble, John Cena versus Randy Orton. Cena loses again. He comes back. I'll put my career on the line or some bullshit. Then you go in an Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Then he wins the belt. And then you go into WrestleMania, and then fucking Bryan's in there, and he'll pick that match.
Yeah.
I kind of think that's how they could do it.
They could do it that way.
That's not how I would want to do it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
You never know.
Because my thing would be not to have fucking Randy Orton in the main event of WrestleMania.
Oh God.
You know.
So we don't want to talk about the undercard at TLC with Big E Langston and Damian Sandow.
Fuck no.
Well, it's just not enough time, man, because like I said, before we do the show, we kind of get together and say, what are we going to talk about? Oh, we could do 20 minutes on that. And clearly it's been close to 40 fucking minutes. But again, great discussions to talk about. I mean, a lot of things going on there.
Right.
What's going to happen with Daniel Bryan and the Wyatts? Hey, the door's open. Hopefully at least one more big card, because the Rumble is one of the big four.
Yes.
If
It's
you're
the
not
first
watching-
of the four.
If you're not watching the Rumble, then you're pretty much kind of not opening yourself up to the possibilities of a fucking great Mania.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what I really want to see is what they're going to do with Tons of Funk.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I was heartbroken when Tons of Funk broke up on Raw, guys. I mean, it brought a tear to my
well,
eye.
call your mom.
I did.
Call your mama, man. Talk about it with her.
I did. I was like, hey, bitch, Tons of Funk broke up. Can you, ease my pain a little bit?
Hey, how about that dance off though with fucking R-Truth and I don't know,
Xavier
Woods. Yeah.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah, they got down, dude.
But,
Poor Xavier Woods. Nobody can remember his name.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
We'll just call him X.
Mr. X.
He'll be like the exhibit of the WWE. Just come out X.
Well, I tell you what, that Mr. X has some fucking. He's got some rhythm, man.
He really does.
It's born right into him, I guess.
Well, he's from Angel Grove.
He is from Angel Grove.
So
Angel. Oh no, I was thinking about the fucking Power Ranger thing.
That's what it is.
Oh,
his,
is it?
His
Oh.
gimmick in NXT is like a Power Ranger type
yeah,
thing.
he
And he is the Black Power Ranger, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what
Lighter shade.
Let's
Lighter shade of
not,
black.
let's not pick.
Well,
hairs,
funny enough, he actually that was part of his things when the commentators. I can't remember what style of karate or kung fu it was.
Who cares? It's all the same.
It's
pretty much.
Afro Samurai style.
Yeah, but it
Black
was
Dynamite.
it was the same as Zach from Power Rangers.
Right.
And he actually did It's Morphin Time.
I think
going
that was
into his
Kung
clothesline.
Funk. That's what that was.
Kung Funk.
That's
Very
what it was,
good,
yeah.
sir. Very good. Genius line.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
stealing the show here.
it would be pretty awesome though if they had putties run out there. Yeah,
Just a matter of time, man.
just punch him in the chest. Vince will come out dressed up as Zed.
And then you got fucking, I guess, Brodus Clay will come out with his fucking Roman helmet and be that pig monster.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
eating all the food in Angel Grove.
The main event monster. Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, hey, WWE writers listening, and we know you're listening. We're doing your work for you.
Yeah.
Just send a check in the mail and we'll call it even.
Well,
Yeah.
Brodus Clay, he's a main event player.
Oh,
You have to remember that.
Main event player on fucking Velocity.
Yeah, shit.
Is that still on?
No, that's
No,
been on in
okay.
Close
years.
enough.
Whatever.
Yeah, it is on. They call it TNA Impact. Speaking of which, just really quick, if you're wondering why we haven't really addressed TNA Impact,
It sucks.
let me just tell watch it. There's really nothing exciting going on
No.
in TNA. They got some sort of listen. When you're doing pay-per-views on free TV, your company is bound for bankruptcy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So hopefully the new year brings new people, new storylines.
Mhm.
I haven't officially given up yet, but god damn it, I mean, there's 7 out of 8 nails in this coffin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They better bring back somebody or do something, but we'll get to that in future shows.
Yeah, well, there was big news with TNA recently, which kind of sucks because they re-signed him. But it was reported that AJ Styles actually left.
Now,
TNA.
before we get into that, let's go ahead and do the free-for-all. Do you want to start the free-for-all with that topic, or are you just going to go into that, or how do you want to do this?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's just talk.
go.
Let's just talk.
Fuck it.
This is the pre-beyond.
Yeah.
This is welcome to the Beyond. We should have music. Play some music right here, right? Like this is the Beyond part.
Da, 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 da.
Just Beyond, right?
There we go. Beyond the Beyond Kayfabe.
I would see if maybe I got it all set up, but like, where is it? It's the
Beyond Kayfabe.
I timed it out just right.
Perfect. Way to go, Chrispy.
Yeah, there it is. I shouldn't have said kayfabe though, but whatever.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
They know what's up.
You know.
Yeah, but anyway, AJ Styles report.
Beyond.
There it is.
Stop.
Okay.
It's scary. Anyways,
Yeah, don't throw your crusties at me, all right?
I've got them all lined up here, man.
Shit. Yeah.
You remember those old Nerf pop guns with the little
I
styrofoam
swear
balls?
to God, if you
I will
fucking
load
know.
up my crusties, dude. And just all up in the face, dude. Face, neck, and chest.
Dude, trust me, man. I might be pretty big, but I'm fucking spry, dude.
Oh, we'll see, man. I'm a fucking deadly
Dave,
shot with
don't
those
tell me
Nerf
to
guns.
watch out because you'll be talking to yourself. I'm gonna fucking just, I'm gonna fucking jump through that window or
He
whatever.
has cat-like quickness, like Unc would say.
Yeah.
What, like fucking Garfield? Sorry, Chrispy.
No, that's all right, man. You know, that's what happens.
There's my pot shot in for the night.
That's it. That's what you get when you listen to
Beyond Kayfabe.
It's fucking fun, man. I'm sorry. The button's right there.
Can I do it?
What mic are you?
I don't fucking know. You're the one with the control panel.
I don't know, man.
Whatever.
Don't say that, dude, because now people are going to, they know I do the shit.
Well, you are. You're the brains behind the
It
operation.
doesn't matter. We don't need to
I
do
don't
it.
fucking care anymore.
I think you were too.
Whatever.
We lost the moment. Thanks, guys.
Anyways, back to what I was saying earlier, to quote Chrispy from last week.
Oh, found it.
There
Found
we
it.
go. Look at that. Beyond Kayfabe. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. AJ Styles, no longer under contract with TNA.
Supposedly.
He's actually taking indie bookings. There's a Canadian indie promotion that's actually booked Chris Hero versus AJ Styles in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
On paper, that sounds pretty good. I'm sorry, I gotta get close to the mic.
Yeah.
On paper, that sounds pretty good, but I don't think it's gonna be good.
Oh, dude, it'll be awesome.
But
You think so?
It's gonna be fucking fantastic, dude.
For Chris Hero.
Yeah, you've never fucking watched an indie show in your life except for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Hey, well, we're talking about indie. We're talking about championship wrestling from Hollywood.
Fuck Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Anyways, yeah, AJ Styles was said to be gone, but right before we started recording tonight, it seems that AJ Styles is now back with TNA Impact Wrestling, so he could once again drown in the sea of mediocrity known as the show.
Doing the same thing that he's done for the past 12 years.
Stop it! We're talking about AJ Styles! Go ahead.
Beyond Kayfabe.
Little plug there. Let me just really quick while we're on AJ Styles, let me go ahead and kill a rumor. For those thinking that AJ is going to appear at the Royal Rumble, I really can't phantom any sort of universe where that's a possibility because they weren't interested, they being WWE, were not interested in him years ago. Why the fuck would they be interested in him now?
Well, I mean,
it's the Pele kick, right?
Yeah.
We have to have that at the Rumble.
No, dude, they have to have the spiral tap. I mean, he does it once every 7 years.
Yeah, well, according to Don West.
Yeah, well,
TNA is interesting once every 7 years.
Yeah, that's very true.
And
when are they going to bring back Pac-Man Jones?
How about the Pope?
They already did.
They did?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they did a show from wherever the fuck he's playing now, or wherever the fuck he is.
Jail.
Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember if it was a show at the New Impact Zone. They were promoting a former champion.
Oh my god!
And it was Pac-Man Jones.
Oh man.
Yeah, and but the AJ Styles rumor with him signing was actually a legit rumor from F4W Online. We forgot to say that.
I don't fucking care who said it.
Well, still, there's some places that you have to.
No, you're hearing it here first on Beyond Kayfabe.
I keep touching the button,
Do
you
it.
guys.
You're hearing it first on
Beyond Kayfabe.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And we already talked about the Michelle Beadle, AJ Lee situation.
Yeah, we already touched that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to touch myself thinking about
Oh, you know what? Just really quick, I just saw the cartoon today of fucking AJ Lee. Did you guys see the shit?
I did.
Going around fucking WWE? Where it's making fun of her like meeting Lita.
Yes, I did see that.
And you
today.
saw it,
Yeah.
like it's like two panels, and the first one is her like and Lita, and then the next
I
one's
want
like
to be like you when I grow up.
yeah. And then she's like riding CM Punk, and she's like, "Call me Lita," and he's just like, "What the fuck?"
Oh god, we love it.
Man. Did he tap that though? Do you think?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think it's common knowledge now.
He showed her the straight edge of his cock.
We're talking about AJ Lee because I know he tapped Lita.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about AJ Styles.
Beyond Kayfabe.
That'll be our go-to. Like when there's like a funny moment or awkwardness, we'll just throw that out
Oh man, we're losing control here, guys.
there. That's right, man. The plane is nose diving into the fucking Sky Dome.
This is parts unknown officially.
This is beyond unknown.
Yeah.
Is that next to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico?
Isn't Truth or Consequences New Mexico real?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there really is a truth.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
We're moving there, man. That guy's name is.
I think
Nail.
it's by the Double Cross Ranch. I talk about Harry Funk. I'm an old man. You remind me sometime like I did this bit years ago where it was like I met Terry Funk.
Yeah.
And he was all fucking senile and he couldn't remember my name and I got pissed off and he would tell me how he'd like I got hit with a chair and all this shit. It just goes on for like fucking 5 minutes. Hilarious.
Just like Terry Funk's promos in real life.
yeah.
Forever.
Forever.
Oh man. Oh, actually, I should have fucking mentioned that. Terry Funk had a great promo in WCW when he was feuding with Ric Flair, where they brought out the fake Nature Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
I did see that.
And we'll do a second promo episode and we'll talk about it. But I was just watching that. You know what I mean? I was like fucking clever, and he was just like, oh, oh. He couldn't even do the woos. You know. So,
Oh, man.
but yeah. So the AJ Styles thing, he's not going to the fucking. I mean, okay, I get why you would think that, but remember, a lot of the so-called news is work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you really think that they would do all this shit like, you know, like AJ Styles doesn't have a contract? No, he's got something. I mean, he has an extension.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like what they did with Punk when he was leaving with the WWE title. He actually did sign.
yeah, but
Like
that
a
was
one-
well done though.
Oh yeah, it was perfectly. It was done perfectly.
You know.
Well, at least they made Punk look strong.
Yeah.
I think AJ. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this for you because I don't know if it's happened already.
That's it.
But AJ ends up dropping the title to Magnus officially.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Magnus is the TNA champion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
Well, yeah, I would
That'll put the
imagine
butts in
so.
the seats.
I mean, you know, why else would you lick fucking what's her name's pussy, man?
Dixie.
No, not Dixie. Who's the other guy?
AJ Lee.
I was trying to go for a joke, but I spaced.
Bull Nakano.
No, I was gonna say Eric Bischoff, but fine.
Yeah. Garrett Bischoff.
Jeff Jarrett.
That would be really
Yeah.
low.
Hey man, let's not diss Jeff Jarrett. He's the greatest NWA North American heavyweight champion of all time.
I mean, he's still Kurt Angle's wife for crying out loud.
Okay, that was a mistake. That was me fucking up.
Yeah.
I went to grab yours, but
You can still grab it. It's out.
wow,
so.
I ran into that one.
You
didn't I?
did, man. I'm on top of it tonight, guys.
Shit, man.
Literally.
I think the show is beyond maturity, is what we should call it, man. Because you're just like all over.
Maybe
the
the Beyond Gayfabe.
beyond.
Beyond Kayfabe.
It still works.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
it works.
It'll work.
But any other rumors or anything that you want to address in the free for all here?
There was major news out of the
About-
podcast world.
About the Major Brothers?
No,
Oh.
who cares about them? It's fucking Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins,
Oh.
honestly.
I care.
But major news in the podcast world: Steve Austin. He's going to have the Tough Enough reunion
Ooh,
episode of his podcast.
I did see
Finally,
that. I mean, come
Silent
on.
Rage, man.
Man, is Silent Rage going to be there?
It's a Tough Enough reunion edition.
What about Rima Faki? I mean, I know she's banging Ricky Romero from Cal State Fullerton. but-
hey now.
And ruined his fucking career. The guy was on his way to the fucking Cy Young Award, and
and then he went, and then he fucking,
met her, and then fucking didn't win a game for another year and a half.
and he mentally broke
Yeah.
officially, and then he's in like the funny house or something right now.
Yeah.
Probably.
Steve Austin podcast, man, the tough enough. I'm surprised that they could get Silent Rage away from his gas station job.
Beyond Kayfabe.
See, it fucking works. It works so well.
Zing!
Man, Silent Rage. Let me just say, just for the record, and again, piece of shit concept.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I would rather be the flaming piece of shit bag. At least that would kind of have some sort of
Yeah.
cool, like, you come out to the ring with a bag on fire and someone would stomp it out. You just pop out of the curtain. I gotcha. That's me. That's what I do.
It's one of them flaming bags again.
Did he even have a match? Like, was he even on TV at all other than the Tough
he,
Enough?
He was on like the first like 2 or 3 episodes, and he was just like pretty much following Steve Austin around,
Yeah.
and yeah, they,
No, it was one episode.
it was the night after the Tough Enough finale, or
Yeah.
of the Tough Enough
No,
finale.
I think like Austin guest hosted Raw or something.
Yeah,
And fucking he like just followed Steve Austin around and he took a stunner in the opening segment or
And
something
then that
like
was the
that.
last-
that was it.
saw
That's
him.
all she wrote. Yeah.
yeah. I still love. Sorry, Dave, go ahead.
You know, and then they had that segment later that night with CM Punk and Steve Austin
Yeah,
where, you know, he was like, a shot of whiskey, what?
What?
All right,
Oh,
there's
man.
stuff
But like going back to this whole Tough Enough thing, man. Steve Austin's promos at the end of every Tough Enough episodes were fucking hilarious. If you haven't seen them, YouTube them. Especially one of the Silent Rage ones. He comes out singing. He's like, Silent
Yeah, I remember that one.
Rage. Goddamn, son, you sound like a goddamn
Christmas Carol.
What?
Well, I think the funnier one is when they, when that fucking bitch from that's with the Funkadactyls right now
Oh yeah.
said that her favorite match was like Melina versus Alicia Fox.
Yeah, the door is over there because you're clearly not a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Out of the history of wrestling, fucking Melina and Alicia Fox. Beyond Kayfabe.
I didn't do
You
it.
fucker, you tricked me.
There.
There it is.
There.
Dead air. No, there's silence, man. Yeah.
Silent Rage.
That's why we're not on the radio.
We should be.
Yeah.
We
well,
should be.
yeah, on XM or Sirius, right?
Yeah, we can get rid of Kevin and Bean. They're kind of annoying now.
Now that this is dead air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. We're running out of shit to talk about, guys.
We're like, I'm on Raja.com just looking at headlines. Just
Oh,
to
I think
see
you dropped something there.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to steal it anyway. I don't care.
Beyond plugs.
Oh, we gotta have that fucking pre-recorded, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking
Oh,
awesome.
man.
Somebody was released from NXT.
Who cares?
Yeah. Well,
Hopefully
long
it
as
was
it
a-
isn't Sami
Hopefully it was
Zayn.
a fan, right?
yeah, as long as it's not Sami Zayn or fucking, like maybe like
Rusev. fucking-
Alexander Rusev or
Yeah, whatever.
or I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head right now. And I was just watching NXT like an hour before we recorded this too.
You watch NXT all the time.
Yeah. I can't wait to see if Davey and Eddie actually sign with the WWE.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be fucking sweet.
Spot Fest.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We need those Davey Richards matches in the WWE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
I mean, it needs to fill that void that we're currently
Yeah.
facing.
Yeah.
Just like finishing moves the entire match, and then he ends up losing with like a knee to the face or something like that.
Absolutely.
That's always a good way to lose.
I mean, again,
Knees to faces.
I wanted, and on Raw too. Let me just really quick. Almost saw the backslide pin, man. I'm telling you, we need
marked
that.
out big
Yeah.
time. We're like,
We
come
need
on,
that.
come on, and he kicked out.
Yeah.
He
Damn
pulled
it.
there's your John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Oh, you know what? We addressed it earlier on the show, but let's talk about it really quick. John Cena, stop piggybacking off of fucking Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, just knock it
Please.
off, dude.
Just stop.
Knock
you know?
it the fuck off. We're sick and tired of it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop it, or
We're gonna come find you and we're gonna take you out.
Yeah. What the creepy guy said.
What Satan said?
Yeah. I mean, really.
Hey, I'm Satan and I'm a huge John Cena fan. No. Oh, stop it, Saddam.
it's beyond the mixers what this show is. All right, we gotta.
Man, this has really gone off the rails. I think we need to end this episode and quit.
Yeah, I blame the fact that we did TNA stories because we just kind of went with the whole like, well, they don't care what's going on in their show. Why should we?
Why should
right?
we?
We
give a
do
shit?
we do need to get Don West to sell this show
Oh.
somehow.
Fuck yeah, man! Get Don West.
darling.
There you go.
Britney Spears' virginity.
Yeah. So
I think we can get Don West.
yeah,
I-
that would be awesome.
We should try.
I mean, he could do like the Beyond Kayfabe merch that we got. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would make a Don West T-shirt promoting our T-shirts.
Oh, definitely.
Fuck yeah, man! The brown bag shirt.
If you get one Beyond Kayfabe shirt with the brown bag special, and then you get a second Beyond Kayfabe shirt. Same logo, same color, everything. Because
That's
that's all we
right.
got right now. Well, you could change the color to gray, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And it would be double the price, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll send an intern to the warehouse in the pitch black darkness and have him pick something. It could be anything. It could be a stapler. It could be a CD. It could be whatever.
It could be one of my crusties from underneath my bed.
Oh god.
So do we want to do plugs right now?
Beyond Kayfabe Crusties.
Oh god. I didn't think we could do anything worse than the fucking beefcake calendar, but there it is.
There we go.
And he'll sign him too. He'll date him.
I'm stocking up on inventory as we speak.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Definitely.
It was that fucking Sherry Martell chat we had earlier.
Oh,
Huh?
Sherry Martell was hot. I
There
don't
you
care what
go,
anybody
man.
says.
Give her the.
What about the Mae Young chat we were having? with,
Let's not go back to that. I'm still traumatized.
Beyond awkward.
All right, before we get to the plugs, though, let's talk a little bit about the next show, which we don't really do because we kind of just, like professionals, we wing it. It is going to be the last show of the
Wing it.
year, so why the fuck not go out with the year, that is, because we plan on doing several more episodes at least. We're going to do our own Beyond Kayfabe Awards.
Yes,
Much
we
like
are.
the Slammies, only more interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're gonna
they
throw
mean
out-
a lot more too.
Absolutely.
So
And we settled on a name, right? It was Hammies, right?
Or the Fabies.
The Fabies.
The
We'll
Fabies.
stick on Fabies.
the
Hammies,
Fabies, the
Fatties.
Hammies.
The Fabies.
Yeah, we're going to have our nice little awards. See, we got one right here.
Hey, man, careful with those.
Oh, sorry.
They're 12 for $1.
Yeah, I mean, we get a 5-cent CRV with these.
No, I'm actually going to go buy the Tony statues, and I'm going to put the Beyond Kayfabe logo on them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just
So-
buy those fake Oscars and then draw wrestling tights on them.
So,
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool.
Hey, they're gonna be worth more than a Grammy.
Oh, definitely.
Simpsons reference.
There it
Boom.
is.
Don't throw your trash down here, man.
Shit.
All right, let's get to our plugs. Chrispy, go ahead.
Beyond Kayfabe.
All right, so like I said, next the show we're going to post next week will be our final one. We're going to do our awards.
Our final one of the year.
Final one of the year, yeah.
Let's
Maybe.
trust me, we're going to be on hopefully for years.
This might be the best show yet. It's like, yeah, they were talking about that wrestling shit, but when they got off the rails there, goddamn, man.
I really want one of them Krusties.
Did you get any like reaction to the fans on the street about our show? You ever like ask people like, "Hey, you listen to Beyond Kayfabe?"
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I got a few of them taped.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
we'll try to get in it. We'll try to do the testimonials next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'm waiting to hear that shit. Oh, you mean them fat queers that talk about that wrestling shit?
We're gonna attract the wrong audience here, guys.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's right, man. So, all right, so that's next week. But for this show here, let's try to bring it back on track, do our plugs here. So, Dave, we usually do. Bubba, you want to throw it out this time? Want to throw one out?
Yeah, let's go ahead. If you haven't listened to all of our episodes yet, which is a damn shame, do not fucking turn that knob, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm not doing shit, man.
You can always go to www.beyondkayfabe.com. You can listen to our previous episodes. You can go to our Facebook page, which is Beyond Kayfabe Podcast. You can go to SoundCloud, search up Beyond Kayfabe, or you can go to beyondkayfabe.bandcamp.com. And then you could always follow us on Twitter. I'm at Bub71.
I'm at Deebow, Deebow.
And I'm at Crispy Deluxe.
God damn you with that fucking knob,
Oh,
man.
and don't forget to mention that we upload these episodes to YouTube. So if you're listening on YouTube, fucking like it, share it.
Yeah,
We deserve that.
we do.
We're fucking awesome.
Well, I
So-
know I am.
I know I am.
Well, I guess that has to make Crispy too.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
I'm just trying not to touch that button, man.
Yeah.
It's like overkill.
And
Yeah.
then, Dave, I'll do your plug for you. The Red Bubble.
Oh, you better
wanna
not,
do it?
man. That's
No,
Dave.
that's me.
Don't fucking do it.
That's me.
Don't
Quit
fucking Shawn
pointing
Michaels.
You,
That's
you
the whole
and your
Shawn.
fucking.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Book
minute.
white
this
striped
crap,
towel.
honestly.
That's the whole Shawn Michaels Billy Gunn thing. Don't take that away from him.
Hey, man, I want to do the HB Shizzle Awards, okay?
Shit.
The Shizzle Awards, is that what we're going to call them
Yeah,
now?
do your fucking plug.
That's,
All right,
I'm
if-
hungry.
This is a listener-supported podcast, obviously.
that's right.
So if you go to redbubble.com and you look for False Finish 66, you could buy my t-shirts. You could buy the Beyond Kayfabe t-shirts.
We got some great merch, and I'm not just saying that because it's our merch. I mean, it is some of the fucking
Yeah, and
You know,
I even got
great creative shit.
I even got a couple of non-wrestling shirts on there. I think I had I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get fucking sued or some fucking
Red flag.
red flag to where it gets deleted, because that's actually happened a couple of times. Fucking assholes. It's free expression. Stop being a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and honestly, like, yeah, Dave is my brother and all, but these are some nice fucking shirts, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, I kind of got tongue tied there because Dave was looking at me with like that. Really? You think so? Like, they're fucking amazing.
Really?
Really? You like my shirts?
No.
You really like them?
Well, I ordered one.
I know you did.
Yeah,
And you didn't even order the updated version of it.
I know. I wanted retro.
So,
Is that an option on your website? Can we do a retro?
well, technically it's all up there, but
Yeah.
for some reason Redbubble wouldn't let me upload the new Beyond Kayfabe shirt, which really upset me.
Redbubble, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor,
That's-
folks.
Well, technically I do get money from them if you buy my shirts. So.
Oh, semi-sponsor.
So yeah, they are kind of like a sponsor.
Can I get my $8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dropped something there.
I picked it up.
So I think it's all of our plugs. And again, listen to our show and then give us feedback, whether it's positive or negative. Let us know how we're doing.
Yeah. And if it's,
Any comments, questions, or concerns, I guess, right?
yeah. And if it's
And-
negative, we'll just come to your house and fuck you up.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and you can send the hate mail to hate@beyondkayfabe.com.
We have a fucking hate
We
email.
do.
You can fucking just no dick pics, please. No dick pics.
No, nothing but dick pics.
Because if you do put dick
Why
pics,
did you say that there, Bubs? That was you. Why did you say that?
Oh,
because if you do put dick pics, we will put it online.
I'll send you a crusty.
So Somehow.
2 dick pics for the price of 1
figure it
Chrispy.
Yeah, on the Beyond Kayfabe podcast. See, I can't even fucking do it. See,
Yeah,
I'm
you're-
hungry. I'm food deprived, guys. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's fucking
I'm gonna fall into a coma.
So, pretty much do it there. This is our impression of a TNA show, so I think we're cut to credits there and roll.
Yeah.
But anyways, thanks so much for listening. As always, I'm Chrispy.
I'm Deebow.
I'm Bubs.
All right, we'll catch you next time. Take it easy.
See you guys.
See ya.